Welcome back to Dinar Current, where our goal is to bring you the most up-to-date insights on global currencies, financial developments, and impactful news that could influence your investments. Today, we have some vital updates regarding Iraq's economic trajectory, financial strategies, and what the future might hold for the Iraqi dinar. Prominent financial analyst Mnt Goat recently discussed an article highlighting statements made by Mohammed al-Nar, the Prime Minister's advisor for investment affairs. According to al-Nar, Iraq's central bank, CBI, has built up a massive financial surplus, sufficient to fund 2 full years of imports without any economic pressure. This development places Iraq in a rare category of financially secure nations, something not commonly seen among developing countries. Even more noteworthy is that this calculation excludes Iraq's impressive 162 tons of gold reserves, indicating the nation's actual financial strength could be even greater. This strong fiscal position is especially important during a time of global uncertainty. Few countries, especially those with past political and financial instability, can demonstrate such economic resilience. With Iraq showing such a robust economic position, one has to ask, how many other nations in a similar situation can claim this level of financial strength today? This progress signals Iraq's dedication to fortifying its economy, which may carry significant benefits for both domestic and international investors seeking long-term stability in the region. Iraq is actively reforming its financial and economic structure. In a recent speech, the Prime Minister outlined a series of strategic initiatives aimed at strengthening the dinar, boosting foreign reserves, and transforming Iraq into a self-reliant financial powerhouse. These efforts are not just aimed at stabilization, but at achieving long-term financial sovereignty. A key focus of these reforms is to decrease the nation's dependence on the US dollar and create a more reliable and autonomous financial environment for businesses, investors, and the Iraqi public. By prioritizing domestic control and reducing foreign monetary influence, Iraq is clearly signaling its intent to shape its own financial destiny. One of the speech's major highlights was the Prime Minister's emphasis on building an independent financial system. Economists have long argued that for Iraq to secure sustained growth, it must take control of its currency and financial institutions. The government now appears ready to push forward with these vital reforms. The primary goals include stabilizing the dinar's exchange rate, curbing inflation, and driving demand for the local currency. If successful, these efforts could usher in lasting prosperity. Iraq's past financial struggles, from sanctions to dollar dependence, have long stunted the value of its currency. Now, a clear plan to change that narrative is emerging. If implemented successfully, Iraq could enhance the international reputation of the dinar and potentially increase its value. This dedication to reform has been welcomed by investors and financial experts who have long awaited Iraq's rise as a stable force in global finance. One of the most impactful elements of the new strategy is Iraq's intent to reduce its reliance on the US dollar. This long-standing dependence, driven by sanctions and foreign pressures, has significantly limited Iraq's financial freedom. The new economic plan promotes the use of the dinar in domestic and international transactions, a shift that could transform the country's economy. By moving away from a dollar-centered system, Iraq hopes to gain better control over its economy, reduce currency volatility, and create a more predictable financial climate. If this strategy succeeds, Iraq could become a major financial player in the region and potentially beyond. Although some speculated that US forces might withdraw, it's now confirmed that they will stay in Iraq for the foreseeable future. This continued cooperation reflects a shared goal of regional stability between Iraq and the United States. Recent meetings between both governments, including an unusually large Iraqi delegation and several new partnership deals, suggest that Iraq may be approaching a pivotal economic breakthrough. The coming months will be critical for Iraq's financial future. The nation is working hard to diversify its sources of income, roll out key monetary reforms, and modernize its banking infrastructure. These are all signs of a country preparing for a new phase of economic evolution. With major global banks positioning themselves for potential currency exchanges, plans to release lower denomination notes, and high-level talks with US officials underway, the signs all point toward substantial economic changes on the horizon. Despite the challenges ahead, Iraq's recent advancements are clear. The country is making determined efforts to achieve financial independence, stabilize its economy, and expand its global presence. If this momentum continues, both Iraq's currency and broader economy could undergo a significant transformation in the near future. For investors, financial analysts, and global markets alike, Iraq's financial developments deserve close attention.